Spirit of Avalon. So today I thought we'd have a look at this deck, the Oracle of Light and Dreams, which I picked up when I was in Nottingham. Simon and I went to the Waterstones there, and they had a few decks, and this was just on its side, and it just kind of called me to it, and I picked it up and looked at the back, and I thought, well, this looks lovely, and I read about it, and this is a UK artist, Scott Howden. So it's the Oracle of Light and Dreams. It's by US Games, and on the back it says English fantasy artist Scott Howden has created inspiring characters who share their bravery, strength and wisdom in this enchanting oracle deck. These charming elves and magical beings are aided in their adventures by trusty animal companions. Let each of their stories lift your spirits, ignite your imagination and fill your dreams with hope. Includes 49 cards and a 104-page illustrated guidebook. And I think that's really good actually, 49 card deck, because very often now we see 35, 36. So I love it when we get like a bigger amount of cards. So this is the box, so really lovely. I mean, look at that. I love anything kind of like the Fae. So this is from 2022, so it's last year, but I'd never seen it or heard of it at all anywhere. It was the first time I'd seen this. So that's the inside of the box, this kind of sage green colour, and then the lid is got this all the way around it, which looks really nice. It's a nice sturdy box with cutouts, so it makes it easier to get the two pieces apart. So that is the box. Then we have the 104-page guidebook. I mean, look at this. It's just, this is so up my street, this deck. So we've got an introduction, and then we go straight into the cards. So you've got a colour picture of the card, the name of the card, like this one is number 2, Descendants. Face your fears, seek knowledge. We've got some keywords, but also the explanations here do talk about the artwork. So I really love that. Like it says, the dinosaur was raised since birth by her brave companion, and as a result they share an unbreakable bond. As they explore the tangled prehistoric undergrowth, their senses combine to give them a keen understanding of their environment. The pungent volcanic gas and the shrieks of the soaring pterodactyls almost mask the foreboding scent, the faint rumble and the distant roar of the approaching giant, signs that the pair have learned to mean danger is near. It is through their explorations and by standing up to their fears and the challenges of a vibrant and sometimes formidable world that they have expanded their boundaries, enhanced their knowledge and skill, and given themselves the confidence to handle any adversities that come their way. And then we've, at the end of each one, we've got like a little kind of verse or a few sentences with the name of the person that actually said it. So we've got, inaction breeds doubt and fear, action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And this is by Dale Carnegie. So they're like that all the way through. And at the back we just have a little bit about Scott Howden with some information. There is Facebook and website, etc. So there are no spreads or anything in this book, but that's fine by me. Doesn't bother me at all. Really nice paper quality, quite thick. and kind of glossy but not overly, more like has kind of a sheen to it. So really nice soft touch booklet. And then we have our cards. So as I said, it's 49 cards. So they are oracle sized, but they're not like enormous. I mean, this is a low Scarabeo tarot card, so they're a little bit taller and quite a bit wider. So they're not huge, but you know, they're enough. These are the backs. I absolutely love the backs. I mean, seriously, can we just appreciate these backs? That moon is so gorgeous, and the butterflies, and I love this colouring, this very pale greeny colour with the leaves. They're not overly glossy, but obviously you can see they do have a sheen to them, but they feel soft and silky, and the cardstock is nice, US Games obviously cardstock, so flexible but not thin, but also not overly thick, so just nice. So this first one is Kingfisher. Look how lovely that is, that Kingfisher with a little fairy or elf on it. So lovely. The minute I saw this, I was like, oh. And you think how tiny a kingfisher is, so imagine how microscopic she would be. So that's our Kingfisher, Descendants. And it's also kind of, you're kind of, oh, because normally you wouldn't get a dinosaur in a deck like this. So I think that's quite cool. And you know, the piece that I just read out, they're kind of bonded together, which I think's lovely. Moonstruck, this is lovely. So this is the moon from the back of the card. So with this, you probably would have to read the guidebook. So number 4 is the Unseelie Throne. So this is treasure and protect your loved ones. So we've got protection, magic, wisdom and strength. So we don't have any of the words actually written on the cards, the keywords, which might have been helpful, but then, you know, it might have made the artwork smaller perhaps, and maybe they didn't want to do that. So yeah, you would have to refer to the guidebook. So as I said, that's the Unseelie Throne. So in like Fae, we have normally the Seelie Court and the Unseelie Court, and the Seelie Court are the lighter side of Fae, and the Unseelie are the darker side. Look at this one for woodland. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad I picked this deck up. Daydreaming. And I mean, look at the little guy there, the little mouse. Just sitting on an old boot. It's probably the mouse's home. But you could make like your own story with these, or you could just go by your own intuition. You wouldn't necessarily have to go by the guidebook. This one is Crescent Moon. Look how she's holding like the trees and the earth in her hands. So lovely. It's an amazing artist, this guy. Shadow. So we've got like a raven or a crow there, and that's the image on the front of the box. Little wings. Oh, look. It's a hummingbird. Look how she's got almost like antlers here. Really like gorgeous artwork, I think. Selkie. Look at the face on that seal. Winter solstice. That's lovely. Look at this. I love that. And the flowers in her hair. I used to do that when I was younger, put flowers into my hair. Sometimes my dad would pick a particular one that I would put into my hair. Seabed. Oh wow, so that's under the sea, and there she is sleeping with part of her body in a shell. And look at all this here, it's just so I can see me getting like loads of use out of this deck. Dragon Keeper. Oh, look how cute he looks. The daisy crown. Red. So she's got like the red of the robin's breast there, a red squirrel, and her red flame coloured hair. I love this. Like the horns coming out and like their elf type ears. Oh, I love this one. Snail Rider. Oh, look at the mushrooms as well. A tiny little crown on her head. Love it. Oh, silver birch. That's amazing. Love that. I love the way her hairstyle too in this, and the owl. One of my dad's favourite trees was silver birch. Unicorn. It's another lovely one. Bluebird. Oh, look at that little tiny nest and eggs. It's like she is like a tree person. I mean, she looks kind of like normal person, but then she's got like the tree like growing out of her, and like even her dress like matches in with these blossoms. And look at that little bird at the top. Oh my god, fennec fox. I love that they've got these horns and things growing out of their heads, and fennec foxes are so cute. Oh wow, Close Encounters. Oh my gosh. Should we have a look and see what this one says? This is number 20. It says, explore, curiosity, adventure, wonder and joy. I was always fascinated by the night sky and the shining light of distant stars and planets. From the first time that I saw a shooting star, I knew that I wanted to become an astronaut. I was eager to voyage through space and explore the wonders of distant worlds. As this brave explorer stands on this beautiful alien world, she is awestruck. The exotic landscape, the varied and colourful plant and wildlife fill her with a sense of wonder and joy. When we acknowledge our inquisitive nature and say yes to opportunities and adventure, we open ourselves to new discoveries and connections that can enrich and fulfill our lives in exciting ways. And exploration is really the essence of the human spirit, and that's by Frank Borman. So lovely, and that's what it looks like in the guidebook. Love it. Little owl. Oh, look how kind of feral this one looks. Chameleon. And that's lovely. Look how he matches in with the flowers. Love this. Cat's whiskers. It's like Catwoman. Brilliant. I love it. Butterflies. Dragon's lair. Look at this. At first I'm looking at this dragon here, and then you realise there's a huge dragon here. Oh, this one is Catwoman. So we've got cat whiskers and we've actually got a Catwoman as well. We've got Road Warriors. Oh, I love her tattoo. Koala. Forget Me Not. Oh, look how he's offering her a flower. Oh, I love that. Aviators. That's very steampunkish, isn't it? Very cool. Enchanted. Nightingale. That's lovely. Kitsune. There's another lovely one. Imaginarium. And she looks like she's like part octopus or something, doesn't she? I love it. Sea glass, of which I now have some. Angel. She looks like she might be quite fierce though. You know, the way she's dressed and stuff. Feathers. Oh. All you can hear me saying in this video is, oh, look at that. Joan of Arc. That's interesting to have in this. Peony. That's a lovely one, but look at the snake. Peonies are such lovely flowers. Two hearts. Oh, that's so lovely. The elephant, and then you've got this little cub. Love the way she's sat as well. Kingfisher 2. That's lovely because you've got the kingfisher in a different perspective there. Like the first one, the Fae was riding the kingfisher, but you've got the kingfisher here or just on the hand. Poppy. Pumpkin patch, love it. And we'll be coming up to this time soon, won't we? Already in August. Thistle. Very Scottish looking, like, you know, kind of Braveheartish. I love that. Oh, I love this one, Fields of Gold. On the corn and the poppies. Oh, I really like that, and it's been done a bit differently, hasn't it? Like in this circle with white space around. Oh wow, look at this, Red Riding Hood. We've got the wolves, we've got a deer here, an owl. Toyland, that's cute. Shield Maiden, love that. If anyone watches or has watched Vikings. Moonflight. Oh, the barn owl. And our 49th card is Magnolias. So, and we do have a few people of colour, or different skin tone in this deck too. But that's the entire deck, guys. This is so, so gorgeous. I absolutely love this, if you couldn't tell. Absolutely love it. I'm so pleased that I picked this up. This was the only deck that I actually bought when I was in Nottingham. And I picked it up and held it in my hand for a while, and then I kept looking at the back and I thought, no, something's like calling me to this deck. And obviously I'd not seen any cards. All I'd seen was the front and the back of the box. Never heard of the deck before, but I think it's amazing. It's totally my thing. So guys, let me know what you think of this deck. Have you seen this deck before? Because it says 2022, so it's obviously was released last year at some point. So yeah, let me know what you think and if you've heard of it or you have it yourself. But really lovely and amazing artwork too. So yeah, anyway, I hope everyone's doing really well, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.